welcome to my channel. Today I have a look for you that's basically a vampire. Because it's the month of Halloween, I love Halloween, like the entire month of October on my YouTube channel. Just so you know already, it's going to be Halloween all over the place. I love Halloween. I love creepy looks, I love creepy movies, I love creepy stories. Horror stories are like my absolute favorite thing. And yeah, so basically I'm going to do like a lot of makeup tutorials, nail art tutorials, tech videos, maybe a DIY, whatever I can think of. So we're going to start it out pretty tame with a vampire look. I still have to add the fangs. I'm going to do that later. You could have already seen them probably in the thumbnail. But yeah, they're going to be in the review at the end as well. But I couldn't put them in yet because then I wouldn't have been able to talk to you. Because, you know, I can't really talk with those things in. So yeah, I'm going to do that at the end. And yeah, basically my whole inspiration for this look was like old vintage vampires. Vampires are undead, so they're probably typically pretty old. But yeah, just like the whole like silent movie era. You know, like glam yet unhealthy looking, slightly creepy but not too terrifying vampires. And also I think this is a perfect look to do if you have to go to a Halloween party. If you want to go to a Halloween party, like right after work or school and you don't have a lot of time to do a lot of things, but you do want to look nice for, you know, horror standards. I always find it just, you know, the nicest to focus on one thing and not on like multiple things that can easily go wrong. So I didn't do a sharp eyeliner or anything. I really focused on like dark overdrawn lips. And I kept the eyes very easy and smoky and just sort of very easy to do. Just sort of compensate with that so this look is still pretty quick to do. And yeah, basically that's all I have to say about it. As you can tell, I'm pretty excited about the fact that it's like almost Halloween and I just really love doing looks like this. So let's get started. So what I started out with, or at least what I put on this morning actually before work and all, and what I'm still wearing therefore, is concealer underneath my eyes, only a little bit. I'd also put some on top of my eyelids, but as you can see, I don't know if you can see from a distance, but it's sort of creased already. So I am going to actually, you know, reprime my eyes in a moment. I've also already applied a fiber filler in my eyebrows, the one by Maybelline. That has little hairs in it, so they really make your eyebrows thicker and more hairy. And I want to go for a natural eyebrow look. I think at this point it might still change, I don't know. But yeah, for now this is just how I want my brows to look. And obviously I've also put in red contact lenses. That's of course optional. If you're not comfortable wearing contact lenses, you of course don't have to. I just choose to wear them because I like wearing them. Basically. Yeah, I just think it gives something extra to a look like this. But of course it's perfectly fine to just use your normal eye color. So now I'm going to do a colored base on top of that. One tip I can tell you is make sure if you don't have a lot of brushes that you use a brush that's actually, I don't know, like a brush that's, you know, not one that you're planning on using for powder before you've had a chance to wash it, because it might just not work to still use it with powder. But what I'm going to do, because you know cream product powder is just going to get very sticky. But what I'm going to do is basically paint my eyelid white and then my crease and the outer V black. Do keep one thing in mind, that black is sort of a difficult color to blend, so do try to pick a product, whatever you choose, that blends easily. I'm going to use jumbo eye pencils just because they're very creamy. And yeah, that's just something I recommend. Going over it with the brush, you just go slightly smoother, which is rather nice. The black pencil I'm also using to make a bit of a wing. This reminds me of how I used to do my winged liner back in high school. Was a different time, you know, like as teens, like really back in my days as teen, There wasn't really much of YouTube yet, let alone makeup tutorial, so we really just had to all figure it out ourselves. And, you know, for some people that went better than for others. I didn't do too great at it. Okay, now for eyeshadow I'm going to use a off-white eyeshadow to fill in the white and a black eyeshadow obviously for the black. By the way, what this does is, well, it will set the pencil so it has less of a chance of creasing. But also, well, as you can see, this looks a lot more smoother. A lot more smoother. Was it proper grammar? I don't know. Point is, this looks a little bit less smooth than this does. So yeah, that's another reason for me to apply eyeshadow on top of it. By the way, if you really don't feel comfortable using cream products first, or if you know, are in like a lot of hurry, like have to get to a Halloween party like right now, you can always skip the cream products and go immediately to powders. However, I gotta warn you, with powders it's never going to be as intensely black. I'm using the Kiko Wet and Dry High Pigment eyeshadow, which is my favorite black eyeshadow. And this is the shade 15 by the way, but you know, if you want to search for this store, it's easily recognizable because it's black. But yeah, anyway, point is, it's really, really good. It barely has any fallout, if any. And it's very intensely black, yet even this stuff, it will never be as intensely black as, you know, a cream product is. So yeah, that's just a decision you gotta make for yourself, really. With the tiny brush I'm also going to put it on a little bit of an eyeliner with this. Then dus filling in the waterline both on top and bottom with black, which isn't very surprising. Now I'm applying mascara, obviously, as you can see. You could apply falsies, but for some reason I feel it's more authentic to not apply falsies. I don't get my own logic either. This specific mascara is the Wonderfully Real by Rimmel, which is my go-to mascara for when I don't want to apply falsies, but I do want my lashes to stand out as much as they can. I thought my eyebrows were done, but I've decided they're not, so I'm going to use some black on them as well, just a black eyeshadow. Now for the rest of my face I'm just applying a primer right now, and then I'm going to use a white foundation combined with a normal foundation. Yeah, basically I'm using the white foundation obviously because it's white and I want to be pale. But I mix it with a normal foundation because the white foundation on its own isn't actually the prettiest in the world. The one I have at least. So yeah, I mix them together just so that the foundation actually looks at least somewhat even in the end. Not blending it too far down my neck because, well, my neck is already the perfect vampire shade. And I am actually pulling it quite high up to my eyeballs, like underneath my eye area, just because, well, I obviously don't have a concealer that's pale enough to highlight with. Okay, so I look perfectly pale, and this is really my natural skin tone in midwinter. But yeah, anyway, now I know how to get my perfect foundation shade in winter. Yippee. But I'm just going to powder now, and then I'm going to do some contouring and blush, and actually then we're already almost done with the entire thing. By the way, if you hear a strange gurgling noise every now and then, that's my stomach. I literally ate lunch in like a time span of like 5 minutes. I really just shoved it in and then started filming, so yeah, that sometimes gives noisy results. Okay, so basically what I want to do for shaping is I want to make myself look extra thin, like my face look extra long and thin. It's already pretty long and thin, but that's not the point. So I'm going to use this brush and my basically it's still quite warm. But I don't have an even ashier powder. If you have an even ashier powder, that's even better, because on this skin tone, you know, there's just only so much you can do. But yeah, I'm just dragging it quite far down, just to really give that angular, sharp effect. Really try to remind yourself of what a skull looks like, to really get that like starving vampire sort of look going on. I'm just blending it out with quite a soft brush. If anyone has really good recommendations for like pure white foundation, I'd love to hear it. It's not that the one that I'm using is bad necessarily, but I've had some experiences with it where it's like moved when I used my brush and just sort of went all weird. So yeah, that's just why I prefer to use a softer brush to blend it out, just to make sure that I don't accidentally ruin my foundation base. Then I'm using the same brush with the very pale eyeshadow and just using that as a bit of a highlight. I was on the fence for a moment about blush, but I am going to add blush. I'm going to use a combination of red and purple to sort of try to get to the color of my dress. But I am going to keep it very light, because obviously I don't want to look all blushed up and healthy. Okay, so then we're done with the face. I'm not going to add highlighter for the simple reason that highlighter gives a nice and healthy glow. And I'm trying to look like the undead. So I'm not trying to look healthy and glowy. So I'm keeping it matte, just because it looks more, you know, not alive and all. Yeah, basically. For my lips though, I'm going to use red. I'm going to try again to mimic the shade of my dress. You could do it as well, or you could try to match the color of your eyes, or the color of whatever. Like, you can do whatever you want really. You can also use black lips. It would also look cool, but I want to go for something classic. So I'm going to go for red. By the way, talking about becoming one of the undead. Yes, this is the same lipstick I used a little while back, of which I then said that it's so old that I really don't even know if it's not poisonous yet. I still use it. So yeah, the last thing I need to do is apply my fangs. I'm using this type of fangs, which are vampire fangs. You need to file them on top to make them fit on your teeth. And then, yeah, there's a whole instruction manual and stuff like this. How to get like the glue and how to make them like into little forms you can just pop on. But yeah, I'm going to apply them and show them to you in the review, because otherwise I won't be able to talk and I still need to film the intro first. And it'd be nice if I'm actually, you know, possible to like, you know, understand then. So yeah, let's go on do that. So here's the final result. Except for the fangs, I'll show you how to put them on at the end of this clip, because I still have stuff to say and I can't really talk with them in. But yeah, anyway, point is, the whole product list that I've used is below the video, in case you want to know exactly what products I used. You can also find all my social media accounts and names down there. I'm mostly active on Instagram and I'd really love it if you want to follow me there. Also, yeah, that's just pretty much yeah, it for today. If you like this video, please click the like button. It would really help me out. And if you want to, you can also subscribe to my channel. And yeah, then onto the fangs. Basically I followed the whole instructions with the glue. So I now have little fangs that I can just easily pop in. So really what I do is just like this. And pop them in. As you can tell, it's pretty difficult to talk like this. Probably also pretty difficult to still understand me. So, if you actually are going to, like, I'm just going to take pictures with this and then take them out and go have supper downstairs. If you're actually going to a party with this, I do recommend, you know, coming into the room like this. So everyone had a chance to see them and then take them out so you can actually, like, eat snacks and talk to people. Or practice for really long to talk with these things. I think you can manage it, like, I'm getting better at it. Especially if I manage not to accidentally laugh while I'm doing it, because it looks funny. Point is, yeah, I really hope you enjoyed watching this video. And yeah, for now, thank you very much for watching. I hope you'll have a wonderful day. And I hope to see you next time. Bye!